The beginning of games can often be a very difficult thing, and in this particular one it was more difficult than most. So my ally here has an attackums, and I didn't really know he was doing this. This was a public lobby I just sort of jumped into, and I've actually played with some of my opponents before, including Medvedev and Terpila, but that attackums shot is so early, and when people do this, they're usually just looking to interrupt your opener. So let's take a look at the Red 4 opener and see, because, I mean, it's one thing if you do this with a big MLRS, but from their perspective, they can't really see the shot unless you're looking all the way in here. There's a single little line coming down, and maybe you can see it right at the last second, so actually let's see if they move. Not really, and, I mean, the guy who fired this, jeez, look at all that destruction. The guy who fired this had something like 4,500 games. He means he's relatively used to where people are going to go, relatively able to predict that it's headed up this road, and this single shot was probably something like, I don't know, 400 points, and that's inside the first minute, so it's not fun to play against. It's impressive to watch, sure, but, I mean, that, and then he immediately followed up with a longbow on this road, which, I mean, this I think is slightly more fair, but that takes out a command vehicle, that takes out some other infantry here, and it's going to prompt some surrenders, so it's one of those moments I wanted to highlight just because, yes, it was impressive. And I also have zero intention of ever doing it to somebody. So, I mean, we waited in the lobby for something like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and we finally got up to full lobby. We had a couple minutes of prep time, and then only a couple minute long, kinda crappy game. So,